Hello everyone. In this question, it is asked that if alpha beta are the roots of the equation 4x squared plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0, then we are to find the value of the sum alpha raised to the power r plus beta raised to the power r as r goes from 1 to infinity. Okay, so we are given a quadratic equation 4x squared plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0 with roots alpha and beta. Okay, so this equation cannot be factorized. So if we use the quadratic formula, we see the roots are minus 2 plus or minus this b square is 2 square minus 4 times and minus 1 minus 4 is upon 2 times 4. Okay, so this becomes minus 2 plus or minus this is 4 and this is plus 16. So this becomes root 20 upon 8. Okay, so on further simplification, this becomes minus 2 plus or minus 2 root 5 upon 8. So if I divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, this becomes x equal to minus 1 plus or minus root 5 upon 4. Okay, so there are two roots from this. So one root, let's say alpha, be root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Okay, this value is approximately 0.31, and the other root beta, let's say this is minus root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Okay, and this value is approximately minus 0.81. Okay, so the thing that we need to observe is that in both these roots the mod of alpha is less than 1 and the mod of beta is also less than 1. Okay, the absolute value of both these roots are less than 1. Okay, so now we try to look at the sum. Now the sum is r goes from 1 to infinity alpha raised to the power r plus beta raised to the power r. So we can separately write these sums. Okay, this can be written as r raised to the power, summation r goes from 1 to infinity alpha raised to the power r plus summation r goes from 1 to infinity beta raised to the power r. So this means basically that the first sum is alpha plus alpha square plus alpha cube and it goes to infinity. And similarly the second sum also is beta plus beta square plus beta cube and this also goes to infinity. So both are infinite sums, and the reason that this sum is convergent is because both of these absolute values alpha and beta are less than 1. Okay, so both of these infinite sums are convergent, so this becomes alpha and the common ratio is also alpha, so this becomes alpha minus 1 upon alpha plus the second sum becomes beta upon 1 minus beta. Okay, so this is the value of this sum, this expression. Okay, so we are given this quadratic equation with roots alpha and beta. Let us try to form the quadratic equation which has roots alpha upon 1 minus alpha and beta upon 1 minus beta. Okay, so in order to do that, let us say x is equal to either of these roots. So this becomes alpha minus 1 upon alpha. So we try to express alpha in terms of x. Okay, so on cross multiplying, this becomes x minus alpha x equal to alpha. So if we take all the alpha to one side, this becomes x equal to alpha x plus alpha, which is nothing but if we take alpha common, x plus 1. Okay, so if we here x was taken to be this root. Okay, now we try to express alpha in terms of x. So this becomes x upon x plus 1. So now we substitute this value of alpha in this given quadratic equation. Okay, so we get a quadratic equation whose roots are this alpha upon 1 minus alpha and beta upon 1 minus beta. Okay, so quadratic equation whose roots are alpha upon 1 minus alpha and beta upon 1 minus beta is given by, instead of x here in this equation, we try to use this value x upon x plus 1, x upon x plus 1 whole square plus 2 times x upon x plus 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So this on simplifying becomes 4x square plus 2x upon x plus 1 minus 1. Okay, so on further simplification this becomes 4x square plus 2x times x plus 1 minus x plus 1 whole square. Okay, I have taken the LCM x plus 1 whole square and I have cross multiplied it, since x plus 1 is a positive quantity, right? This is a whole square, so this is positive, this is non-negative. Okay, so on further simplification this becomes 4x square plus 2x square plus 2x, and on opening this square this becomes x square minus 2x minus 1. So this quadratic equation becomes 4x square plus 2x square minus x square, so this is 5x square, and then this 2x and minus 2x will cancel out, so this equation becomes 5x square minus 1. Now this equation has roots alpha upon 1 minus alpha and beta upon 1 minus beta, right? So we can use the sum of roots and product of roots. So sum of roots alpha upon 1 minus alpha plus beta upon 1 minus beta will be equal to the coefficient of x. Now there is no coefficient of x here. The b term ax square plus bx plus c, there is no b here. So this becomes equal to 0, right? Since there is no b term here, there is no coefficient of x. So this is the this is equal to 0. But we were required to find this sum, right? Now this sum we have deduced that this sum is equal to this expression, right? So from 1 and 2 we can conclude that the summation as r goes from 1 to infinity of alpha raised to the power r plus beta raised to the power r, which was equal to alpha upon 1 minus alpha plus beta upon 1 minus beta, is equal to 0. Okay, and this is the required final answer. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay, so this was a very interesting question. Okay, so this is the final answer. Thank you.